about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Hall to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. All again on 2nd down. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Check right. 10 cycles.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And some space here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
To try again after the sack. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check you. Hey, cross you.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, here's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom, indeed. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson. one is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something?
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. This one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Dolphins at 9-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
On the double.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action, now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go.
Slot man moves right. Here's Hall again. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Wilson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. It's from 44 yards away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, set.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
17. Ready?
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another catch there for Waddle. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times you talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. He gets it complete to Jackson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A gain there of 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Okay, break. Green jack. 6, 7.
Now on 2nd and 16. Tua. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Snap, red. White. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slam. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Red, yellow.
Tua to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw again on second down. Tua. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked up by Keon Crossett. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Dancing away at the 35. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. The former 3rd overall pick, Solomon Thomas, with a high motor that time, and the tackle for loss. On 2nd and 12, Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quinnen Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this returnable for Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Jets take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. They find some open field here. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down now, Goodson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone. And that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
To throw is Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Ball again on 2nd down. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On play action, here's Tua. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And here comes Berrios. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Paul ought to give up the middle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Ball again on second down. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now the defense is going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Here we go. Set.
Straight ahead is Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it.